Hi, this is Joel. I haven't done a video in quite some time. It's been several weeks. I've actually been chastised for not turning out a video. But I just haven't had a project that has come up that I could do a video on. But the one thing that I've been wanting to do ever since I got the bike is correct the problem that I've had with a garage door opener. I've been taking my bike out of the shop each time, and I just kind of roll it. I got a little bit of a hill coming out of my garage. So I roll it down the hill a little bit. I have to dig this out of the console there, close my garage door, put it back up, and then I'm on my way. But when I come back, that's not all that bad. But when I come back, I got to basically pull up in the driveway, stop, dig this out, open the garage door, wait for it to come up, and then pull on up in the garage. And I just have not been happy with that kind of a setup. Not only that, it just takes up space in the console. So I did a lot of research, looking around, different garage door openers for bikes. Of course, if you've been looking, there's not a whole lot out there. But I wound up deciding on the Modor garage door opener. Now, this I put it back in the packaging so you can see what it looks like in the package. I went with the micro switch versus the Harley Davidson switch. Purchased this from Revzilla. Came in today, so I figured, well, no better time than the present to go ahead and mount it up. But I got the micro switch versus the Harley Davidson switch. So with the micro switch, it just uses 3M tape on the back side. If I don't like where it's at, I can always move it again. And so it's very inconspicuous. You're not going to see it that much. So what's in the box? Well, pretty easy to open. You've got programming instructions. They're on the back side here. And then you've got the actual garage door opener right here. The model I ordered has an 18-inch cord on it for the micro switch. So that's really all the cord you got. So there's not a whole lot of places that you're going to be able to place it. Now, I plan to put it under the front fairing. So part of what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to take the front fairing and windshield off. As you can see, the cord itself is not very thick, so shouldn't cause much of a problem there. Shouldn't have to be drilling any holes for it. The switch itself is about the size of a quarter or your thumb. My thumb will just about cover up the whole switch. So it's very thin, not a whole lot to see. So hopefully we can get this mounted up pretty quickly. And I've already taken the time before you go to mount this up, I've already done this, is program it to my garage door opener. I will say that going by the instructions that were shipped with this, it didn't quite work that way, but that's not uncommon. I've had problems with this garage door opener and programming other built-in car programmers and stuff to it. And the way I wound up programming it was I pressed the learn button on there, and I pressed this button 3 times without going into the learn mode on the unit itself, and it wound up opening the garage door. So and that was for a Genie Pro. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started on taking the front fairing off of a 2017 Road Glide and get to where we can mount this, find a place to mount this up underneath the fairing. By the way, I did go out and I walked probably a good 150 feet with it in the clear, within line of sight, and it opened, closed that garage door very easily. Just a quick press of the button and it took care of it. So far I'm pleased with it off the bike. We'll see what happens after I put it on the bike. Alright, here we go. So with step 1 out of the way, and that was making sure that the new Modor garage door opener, you've got it programmed to your garage door, and it all works, and it works at a distance that you like. Next thing we need to do, in order before we even start messing around with taking the fairing off, is we need to get to the fuse, the main fuse on the bike, which is behind this panel right here. And of course, to do that, we need to take the saddlebag off. So in my very first video I ever did, we did the Tour Pack Quick Disconnect Kit to get my Tour Pack off the bike. And one of the items that came up was how I did my cables for my saddlebags. So I figured I'd just go ahead. Everybody knows how to take a saddlebag off, of course. but I figured I would go ahead and show this so everybody would see exactly how I did the wiring and why I ran it over the backside of the, so I ran the wire back over the backside of the shop, and that's so I can get my hand down in here to disconnect this. So, being that it's back here and not right here, gives me a little bit more room for my hand. So, as you can see, that's how I did the cable right there. So instead of running it back like the instructions say, back over behind where the shock is and to the more front side of the bike, I ran it to the back side of the shock so it stays right there. Okay, so that's where that wound up. Alright, so of course we're going to set this over here out of the way where it be safe. And we'll go ahead, pop the cover off here. Okay, and pull the main fuse. Alright, on to the next step. Next thing we're going to do is remove the windshield. This is an 1/8" Allen. And these are not in there all that tight, so just remember when you go to put them back, I think the book says it's not but like 8 to 12 inch-pounds, which all that means is you're putting them back in to keep from stripping them out. Just enough stick to it, keep it from going anywhere. Alright, now supposedly there's a couple of tabs underneath here, so you just kind of pull up and out, and there it goes. So the air duct came off just fine. I'm breaking into my video here because as I started making the edits, I realized I had way more video than was necessary to show you how to install this Modor garage door opener. Even though I mounted it underneath the fairing, there's really no need to take the fairing off. However, because I took the fairing off, I have a short clip here of where you can see it with the fairing off, exactly where it was mounted. And then of course I've got a little bit better video of what it shows you from the top side, how it winds up sitting just underneath the fairing. So you are going to have to take the windshield off and the top air duct. Now I mounted the micro switch right in the very center of the top air duct, and I can reach it just fine with either left or right hand, being that it's center mounted like that. And being that it's just inside the air duct, nobody really ever sees it. Nobody would ever even know it was there unless I told them it was there. I've had the garage door opener now mounted on the bike for about 6 weeks. I've had no problems out of it whatsoever. It's operating flawlessly. You know, I live on a corner lot, so as I'm driving in front of the house, I can actually press the micro switch in front of the house where I can't even see the garage door, and by the time I round the corner to drive up to the driveway, the garage door is already open, if not fully open, by the time I pull into the driveway. So I've got nothing but good things to say about it. You know, mounting it where I mounted it, I realize I'm going to probably have to change the battery out in about 4 years. All I'm going to have to do that is to remove the windshield again and the top air duct, and then just pull it off the Velcro there underneath the fairing, replace the battery, and then just put it right back in there again. So got nothing but good things to say about the Modor garage door opener. It's ease of use, works great. And I just hope this video helps you. And if you're making a decision on a garage door opener for your bike, as I said before, I've got nothing but good things to say about it. So thank you for watching. If you got any questions, please put your comments down there, and I sure do appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel. And if you'd like to see a video on how to remove the fairing, I've got plenty of video for that. If you'd like to see a video on how to remove the instrument cluster, I've got video of that as well. Just leave me a comment down there if you'd like to see it, and I'll go back and make the edits on the video, put it together, and I'll put it out there on the channel. All right, thank you so much.